I couldn't start a video on succulent Euphorbias without showing you this book, The Field Guide to the Succulent Euphorbias of Southern Africa by Alma Merler and Rolf Becker. And it's certainly the best book on the subject, though it does give relatively little information on cultivation of these plants, which does surprise me a little bit. Particularly in terms of regards to the amount of light that these plants need. And it says in general succulent euphorbias need ample light. Now what does that mean? I want to show you in this video here that ample light is probably not enough. These plants need a huge amount of light. I'm going to show you 7 euphorbias that I've grown for years. They've had 5 years of bright sunlight, followed by 2 years behind a net curtain and 6 months in bright sunlight. And this is what they look like in the bright sunlight. And this is the first one, Euphorbia pseudoglobosa. And when it was behind the net curtain, it started to look very pale green and a bit thin and weedy. Out in the sunshine, it's become dark green and the stems have bulked up again. The second one is Euphorbia mammillaris variegata, and this has had the same problem behind the net curtain. The growth has become very thin. 6 months outside and it's been restored to its normal growing type, that is with leaves and spines developing. Unfortunately, no flowers yet. This is Euphorbia debilispina, a plant that I've had for well over 10 years, and it's starting to look a bit ropey. It's corked at the base. It didn't really show the effects of being behind the net curtain so much, but outside in the bright sunshine it is producing more offsets, even on these very corky stems. As you can see here, lots of new buds coming, and hopefully by September these have grown into nice new shoots. This is one of my favorites, Euphorbia polyacantha, and again this didn't do very well behind the net curtain. 6 months in bright sunshine and look at the growth that it's made. The spines have developed, the spine shields are very white, and there are offsets developing. Particularly note this small offset here. So I was very pleased with this plant. Here we've got Euphorbia pulvinata, again a plant I've had many years, and while it was behind the net curtain for 2 years, it really suffered, and you can see that the growth became thin and pale and the spines stopped being produced. 6 months in bright sunshine, the story has changed. Spines being produced, leaves being produced, though again no sign of flowers yet. This plant does form dense clumps in South Africa. It hasn't produced any offsets as far as I'm aware since I've had this plant, however. This is one of my favourites, a real old battle-scarred plant originating from the Canary Islands, I think on Gran Canaria, Euphorbia handiensis. Lots of corking on this plant, cork basis, but the new shoots in the 6 months of sunshine that it's had are really impressive. They're looking very healthy, and they're starting to produce more spines again, which the old plant really had very few of. You can see the 2 downward pointing spines there. A beautiful plant. Well, in the eye, it's beautiful in the eyes of the beholder, I suppose. But I do love this plant. The last one is a Euphorbia fruticosa. Again, I think it's called fruticosa because it dramatically produces offsets at an incredible rate, and since it's been in the sunshine, it's been producing a lot more spines. Intense sunlight is needed in these plants, as I've shown you. Thick sunlight gives thick stem growth, good offset formation, and good spine formation. Please don't try giving these plants anything but bright sunlight throughout the year. Thanks for watching.